That's me, the one running across the screen right now, and, well, also me, chasing after the version of myself that didn't quite make it out in time. I've been stuck in this loop for a while now. I've tried everything I can think of to break free, but nothing's worked so far. I've mapped out most of the routes, but there's always something at the end that throws me off. And you know what? That's fine. It's this world. This is my throwaway run. I'm gonna try out a few different choices, see where they lead, and when this route crashes and burns, I'll start fresh. With the new one. Because this run, it doesn't really matter. The first person I always meet, Finn Solly. I don't really know what to describe them as except for an anchor. They always end up at specific places at specific times. And this is the crash site. It doesn't really play too much of an important role in the events to come, but it does start with a bunch of really important things that I have to make sure I get my hands on. Plus, if other people start fiddling around with it, they start doing things, and it creates a few extra possible routes that are not the easiest to get through. So I like to try and get my hands on these as soon as possible, as well as some extra iron, because, hey, not only is it an important resource for spaceships, but it's also great for survival. The next two people I usually see are Blue and Emily. I thought about doing a run, focusing with one of them this time. It's been a while since I've tried that, but Blue's really smart. Once he starts getting involved in the spaceship and everything, he starts to ask just too many questions, and it makes things complicated later on. And then Emily, well, she puts it best herself here.
I'm a dinosaur tamer, Spen.
Oh, are you?
Yup. I'm so good.
Oh, good luck with that. We got really lucky where the ship crashed down. There's a little village right beside it with a bunch of guards and an iron golem, and while they don't last here forever, it does make for a much easier start than it could have been. Typically, they usually die one of three ways. Usually dinosaurs take them out, Finn Solly gets them, or it's Beefman. There was one time, technically it was still the dinosaurs. It was Emily's dinosaurs, but Emily did kill them one time as well. There's a few important things that need to be done at the beginning. First, I need to uncover this bell, because that's going to be a trigger here pretty quick. And then next, there is an iron sword that I need to get, because this one's special. It doesn't really play an important role right now. I need to hold on to this for a bit, and then it'll be one of my cards I play later on. There are a few things I've never quite figured out, and we talked about this one at the start, and it's that no matter what I do, Finn's fixed points in time remain unchanged, which I like to call Sollys Law of Convergence. Because while Finn will always be there, the variables around it can change. There might be the start of a friendship forming, maybe a fight breaking out, there could be a discovery being made, or even a new idea taking shape. But the people involved, that's the part that changes. From what I've seen, there are two people that change it the most. We're not going to meet one of them for a little while here, but the other one is MMA. While one of these variables are involved, I'm able to make what I call micro-adjustments, things that wouldn't normally be possible without one of those two people involved. Let's take the tree and the bell, for example. I'll show you here what happens.
There was a crafting table at the wreck?
Yeah, it was like right next to it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I don't know if it. Oh, hello.
There you go.
Brave.
Yo, hey, thank you. Do you have an iron pickaxe? Because there's a golden bell here, and I'm just instinctively, I want to steal it. Instinctively, for no particular reason, I want it.
If I just left everything play out as it is, Finn will clear the logs out later to make the area look nicer, find the bell, get attached to it, have it stolen, and it will eventually spiral into a series of encounters and minor conflicts that take away from some of the more important tasks at hand later on. Versus now, where Finn has found it, got attached to it, has lost it, and so all of the anchor events have still occurred, and it doesn't lead to any conflicts. So as long as I can manipulate the events and have them play out in a way that's good for me, ideally, I'm thinking I can figure out a path to getting off of this planet. Just some things like the tree here are very tricky to figure out. Without it, Emma would have seen me turn around and take the bell, as well as it kind of triggers a few other things here later on. There's usually a brief downtime right around this point, and I try to use that to go and collect a few different things that are going to be important. Number one is I want to get some armor so that I can replace my suit, and number two, there's an asteroid that hit, and I'm pretty sure it might actually be the same asteroid that knocked our ship down, But I want to get the resources out from it, because if somebody else gets there first, I'm going to miss out on some pretty decent things. Plus, I don't really want anybody else getting their hands on this many diamonds this early on, because that also starts to create a bit of a power struggle when I think this time I'm going to have to push for myself being the one in power. Usually I let Archie do that, but not this time. But now, for day one, there's only one last thing I need to do in preparation for the events to come. Which one of them used to be setting up a base inside here, because it's got a little bit of everything you could need. It's got furnaces, it's got smelters. Well, not that that really makes too much of a difference, especially right now, but yeah, it had everything. The only problem is when I set up in here, it kind of creates a bit of a target. So many runs ago, I stopped using it, but there is always one reason I keep coming back to this place, and I don't think I'll ever be able to stop. And it's that there's just all of these little secret rooms with all sorts of little secret prizes, and this is by far my favorite one. Every time I open it up, it just gives me goosebumps. So the next step is figuring out how I'm going to take control from Archie this time, which it's never an easy task. Wait, Finn's already started? That's odd. He's moving faster than usual. I don't know what triggered this. Well, either way, Archie's still the priority right now, but I don't know, I can't shake the feeling that something's about to shift.